How's it going out there, everybody? Coach Mike here. Wanted to break down the film. This is Hillcrest High School. We played last Sunday. Uh, just a little quick disclaimer. I don't want you guys to take this video out of context or my negative comments out of context. We did make a plethora of mistakes. The important thing, though, is that we learn from them, that we don't continue to make them. So that being said, I'm going to try and make this video as close to 10 to 15 minutes as possible. No promises, though. This is the opening part of the game. You'll notice Hillcrest here in white, Texoma here in blue. Hillcrest starts out in a 2-2-2 formation. They've got two up high, two midfielders here, and their attack here down low. Okay. One of the things we're going to notice here, and this is going to be a common theme for really the entire game, but we're pressuring the ball way too high. This 30-yard line is where the restraining box is. You'll notice this blue line here down the corners here, which is the outside of those lines. We're trying not to pressure outside of those areas, and this is the exact reason why. Mind you, this happened in the beginning of the game. They're kind of working the ball around. You'll notice here there's a ball that's passed. And yeah, it was a kind of a bad pass. It wasn't a solid catch, but I want to say this could be Gavin. And really, I'm not trying to mention names just to mention names, but regardless of who it was, we begin to pressure the ball. Now, what ends up happening is Hillcrest ends up coming up with the ball and ends up pressuring us deep inside. So you'll see here we over pursue and we cause just some chaos. Okay, it's an inside feed, and again, there's a ground ball. Once there's a ground ball, they do a good job of pulling it out. So again, they're going to set it up again. You'll see they're working it. Now, one of the things you'll notice here, and this is kind of partially my fault because I was saying, get back, get back. Seeing Gavin here above the restraining line. You're going to notice, we're going to back up way too far. We're going to give way too much room for this player here where I'm pointing. As this develops, you're going to notice they're going to make a pass out to the wing. This midfield player is going to cut through and bring his defender with him. And that's going to open up a huge lane for this player to come dodge. Whoever player this is, we got, 10? I'm sorry, this is 5, 10, maybe 11 yards, a buffer. We just can't have that. So you'll see passes made down to the wing. There's going to be a pass back, and there's going to be a dodge to a shot. Okay, here's the pass, bang, into the dodge, and shot and score. Okay. Let's watch it one more time so you guys see what I'm talking about. But this is what happens and can happen if we do not, if we give them too much space. So again, pass is going to be made out wide. Player down is going to clear out of the way. Pass right there, and then it's just too late of a slide. Okay. So again, that's an area we squandered quite often. Let me fast forward here just a moment here. Okay, we're on the man advantage here. I'm sorry, no, we are even full strength, and you're gonna notice their attack are waiting. The attack cannot go back on the other side of the field, so our defense is here waiting. It looks like here Hillcrest has the ball, and they're coming up with a fast break kind of a situation. You're going to notice that this defender here, Aaron, is going to pressure the ball way too early. When there's a fast break in this type of situation where this player is going to come all the way up, our defense, our 3 deep holes, have got to get back and set up in a triangle formation. Okay? So, yes, the number one rule to lacrosse is you do have to stop the ball. The problem, though, is if you stop the ball too early, you're going to create a ton of field, a ton of space for the other players to operate 1, 2, 3 versus 2. And so we do not want to give away a 3v2 with that much field in front of us. Here you'll watch the play develop. Here he comes. Now again, you're going to notice Aaron's going to pressure the ball very early, leave this player open. Here it is. Pass is made over. Okay. Pass is made over. Which we kind of were fortunate because now this player is now going to be looking here to this other side, which is that player that's open. make one pass, and Drake comes up with a huge save for us. So we got lucky there. Okay, Drake's going to end up making this, and we're going to go on a clear. Speaking on the clear here, okay, our poles have got to do a better job of Drake just exited the crease, okay? He doesn't have very much time. I believe it's 4 seconds. After those 4 seconds, if he does not move the ball out, it's a turnover. We need to get our poles out wider, okay? We need to get out of the center, okay? We've got a little bit of a cluster here that we've got to avoid, but Drake's going to get pressured, and it's going to lead to a turnover more than likely, because here we are, bad pass, and there it goes out of bounds, okay? In this situation, when it does go out of bounds, we need to be able to react a little bit faster. Had this Hillcrest player been able to go quicker, he would have been able to pick up a ball and immediately attack the cage with us walking back. So anytime a ball goes out of bounds, most well-coached teams are going to play very, very quickly. And so, again, I'm hoping that example there with Drake and with our deep holes, you guys can understand that, you know what, clearing is vital. It's important for us to move the ball up the field, and if not, it's going to make for a long, long day. Let's go ahead and move ahead here just a slight bit. All right. So again, we're kind of in a situation now where, you know, there's not a lot of communication, and so the way I can kind of describe it is, you know, we've got players kind of late coming into the play. You know, and if you just count, okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hillcrest, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 6v5. Okay, we've got one player that's caught back. In this kind of an unsettled situation, we really all need to just get back into the hole, get to the hole. You'll notice me say that. What that means is, if you'll kind of draw a little box here right in front of our goal, that's kind of considered the hole. Okay, get to the hole, get to the hole. You got to get back. Okay, get to home base. We got to protect the front of our goal. So again, you'll watch this play out. Ball is right here. And basically what ends up happening is this player gets left all alone. Okay, we're going to rewind it so you can kind of see what's going on, but basically we've got one defender, one of ours on theirs, two of ours on theirs, okay? And it's in an area that's, again, above the restraining box. We got caught extended. They just make a dump pass over the top, and bang, there's a good shot. Okay, let's rewind this so you can kind of understand and see a little bit closer as to how this happens. Okay, let's maybe not move it. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Again, our player's back. We need to call out numbers, okay? Who's got who, okay? This deep hole looks like there's might be an attack man up high. You know, we've got to start calling numbers so that people can realize who they're on, and we can prevent this, okay? So the ball gets pulled out here. Again, this player just kind of sneaks behind, you know, and there he is calling for the ball. You know, there he is with a little inside. And again, Drake with a huge save. Okay, I'm telling you guys right now, a good team is going to bury that shot. Okay, a really good team is going to be playing that shot. Here's another situation that is very much so we've got to clean up. But we've got two of our guys here. Looks like Harjo. I'm not sure who this is. On one of theirs. Okay, what we've got to do is one of these two has got to take the body. Take the man, the second player gets the ball. Looks like two of us are going after the ball, and we can't have this. We've got to call man ball, okay? Someone takes the man, second player gets the ball. Remember, if any player's within 5 yards of the ball, they're eligible to be able to get hit. You've got to hit them in the numbers. You've got to hit them with your shoulder. Cannot lead with your helmet or lead with any other part of your body. It's got to be with the shoulder. I'll go ahead and play it through. And you'll notice here that we're going to end up getting called on a violation. They were able to scoop up the ball, reset, and then make a dodge, which really they should have just taken that one to the cage. Okay, let's watch that one more time. Here it is. Ball's on the ground. Two of our guys is going after it. We got to try and get away from these scrums here, guys. As much as we can. We've got to start taking the body, take the man, and then the other person take the ball. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead now and scoot ahead to the next video. Um, this is video part 2. I'm gonna go up to 5, close to 6 minutes. These are all available on YouTube if you want to go back and take a look at this. Again, we're actually, let me pause it real quick so you can kind of see. We're actually on a man advantage. They've got a player kneeling down. That signifies that he's on a penalty. Okay, so on this left side of the field, we don't have the camera there, but we've got 6 of our players and only 5 of Hillcrest. Okay, so what's going to happen here is Hillcrest is going to come up with the ball, okay, and they're going to break up the field. Okay, so I guess there's a ground ball on the ground there. Okay, now we're trying to challenge the ball carrier so early here. What we need to do is let the ball carrier have the ball. We need to then just recover back to the hole. Okay, match feet with them. Stop swinging our sticks. We've got to use our feet. You'll notice this player is going to use his stick to try and dislodge the ball, and he's going to be unsuccessful. And look, he tries, but he doesn't match feet, and guess what? He's off to the races. Okay, now you're going to notice here, there's 3 of ours, 1, 2, 3, and 3 Hillcrest, 1, 2, 3. However, this ball carrier makes it 4. It's a 4v3 fast break transition. He is going to carry the ball, okay, which in reality, if he's making this little pass off, and Aaron is here and he's going to pressure the ball way too far out. Remember, on a fast break situation, our deep holes, our 3 that are here, have got to get in the hole in the triangle. Okay, that's the very, very first thing. We will always want to challenge them once they've taken at least 2 steps in the restraining box. Then we will challenge them. But we cannot challenge them this far out. So you'll notice there, he's going to come out and challenge the ball carrier. You're going to notice here he's going to use his stick and not match feet. The player is going to then proceed to bring the ball back towards the cage. And you're going to see here, Aaron's trying. He's trying to get his stick on his gloves. But at this point, the only thing he has to do is match feet. And he just keeps swinging with his sticks. And unfortunately, that player is going to continue getting further and further along, further and further closer to the goal. Lo and behold, there's a pass that's made over. Little stop dodge, and then there's an easy goal. Okay, let's rewind this back so you can kind of see this live. Okay, just a second. Here he comes on a fast break, makes a pass over. Aaron commits way too early. He's going to make a pass over, just a stop dodge, bang, and then it's an easy dump goal. And it's hard because when Drake is like that 1v1, it's hard for any goalie. If you're 1v1, the goal scorer should score. And in this case, he does. Okay, moving on. Okay, I think we're starting to realize, the poor positioning, trying to attack the ball too far away from the cage, from the restraining box, is something we've got to clear up immediately. Okay, let me fast forward here to this next face-off here. One of the things that, and I know Grant, we were dealing with a lot of players out of position. We were dealing with players that, literally this was their first game. In this scenario, we've got, our wings, okay? They're still 1 down, so they don't have a wing out there. He's still in the penalty box. But, what happens here, and I know Grant was dealing with, some back issues, but the face-off goes on. The referee calls down, set, and go. And what ends up happening is Grant is going to run off way too early. Okay, so here we go, down. Ball gets immediately set for a ground ball, and he notices now that there's a scrum for it. There's balls on the ground. Well, Grant's going to run off the field. Okay, you're going to notice there he goes running off. See, we've got a 3v2 on this situation. Okay, there's no reason why we should not come up with this ball. Luckily for us, the ball um, squirts out to a situation where they come up with it. I shouldn't say luckily for us. It's luckily for them they have come up with the ball. In that situation, I would like to see Grant stay on the field until possession is won. We've got a 3v2 situation. Let's take advantage of it. Literally man ball. If we take that one man out, it's literally a 2v1, and I have a much better percentage chance, I feel, that we could have come up with that ground ball. Now we gave it back to Hillcrest, and they're able to settle up in their offense. One quick note, once Grant did run off, we're able to bring our guy in. The one thing we got to realize is when we've got, if we've got a man advantage, that means we need to pressure the ball, and we need to double team the ball, okay? Double the ball. So in this case, we've got 6 blue, 5 white, okay? So we need to immediately double the ball no matter what. Even though it is outside of our area, I mean, I know that this is kind of breaking one of the cardinal rules that I've got for us, but because we're in a man-up situation, we need to pressure and double the ball so we can get the ball back, okay? Let's go ahead and move a little bit forward here. Let me rewind just a touch, okay? Looks like the ball is here, down more towards X. You're going to notice here, basically, you know, this attack player at X, we've got to get some defensive pressure on him, and we let him carry the ball too far. The one thing that, you know, we don't have a good communication with is Aaron, or whichever defender this is, has got his eyes there on X. Meanwhile, his attackman here is just going to make a cut right. Because Aaron showed his back, he's just going to make a simple cut right to the front of the cage. There's literally going to be made one pass to him, and then it's an easy goal, okay? We need to all be able to keep our head on a swivel. I think our communication skills need to improve to help. We also need to do a better job of covering X, okay? I would have liked to have seen, if we can rewind it. Okay, I would have liked to have seen some pressure, backside pressure on this player. So I would have liked to have seen, instead of the pressure staying out to the front, we go towards him, pressure the ball. Aaron could kind of slag in a little bit, slouch in, just to make sure that if he does need to slide, he can. He still wants to keep an eye on his player here. So what he needs to do, what Aaron needs to do, is constantly look back and forth. First look to his player he's guarding, then make a quick glance to X. Make a quick glance back to this player, back to X. So let it play through. Now you'll notice his attention is completely on that person. They made a backside cut, and it's an easy goal. Okay. Coming up on this next face-off, this is one of the things that, you know, I know that we're running. We weren't running very many guys, but the one thing that we've got to all improve on is our wing play. So what that means, here we're on for a face-off. These lines here are our wing lines, okay? So usually we've got, you know, our player here in blue, this player in white. Now we don't always have to line up in this format. We can move this blue player down way over here. They could move their player way over here. You can move along where you want, okay? One of the things that I kind of gets under my skin a little bit is how it's almost like a foot race to get into helping to get the ground ball. So it's kind of like I would like to see us kind of block out to some degree this player. I want us to get to that face-off guy first. You're going to notice here in this example, number 4 is going to get there very quickly. Down, set, and look at how he's going to get into there very quickly. And bang. See, let's pause it again. He's got position right here on our player, and a lot of that's just pure hustle. Like I said, I know we weren't running very many guys. I know we were getting, you know, a little bit winded, but he's able to come up with a decent amount and pick up that ground ball just because of pure effort. That's that same long pole that started way on this end. Let's watch it one more time. Number 4. It's all about effort here. He runs in. He's the first to that area. He's able to secure, try and almost get that ground ball. Now he's got it, and then he's moving it down low. And really, he's just trying to get it to his midfielders, stronger midfielders, or to some of the attackmen. In this example, he's just going to try and, go as, he's going to try and score as best he can. Ends up turning the ball over. So a smarter LSM would have been able to get that ball to the attack, to his better ball handlers. So moving forward, there is a situation here at the 12-minute mark that, again, it's a lot about communication. Okay, we've got a situation here where we are man down, so we've got a player in the penalty box. Okay, from what it looks like, just right here. And this probably would have been caused by an offsides call that happened here with Gavin. So I think this is Landon serving as the in-home. I could be wrong, though. Ball is now off the screen here at X. What we're going to notice here is they're going to push the ball at X. We're in a man-down situation, so I would prefer us not to pressure the ball here. Usually we're going to be in a zone kind of a coverage system, where we're playing like a 5 on a dice or in a diamond formation. There's going to be pressure, and they're going to push the ball still at X now. It's coming the opposite way. Now, the one thing we're going to be mindful of is literally we're 1v1 back there, which is what we want if we were going man-to-man. But since we're in a man-down situation, I say let them have the ball behind. They can't score from back there. They can feed from there, but we all need to have our sticks up ready to go. You'll notice that all our eyes are at the ball. Okay, we've got white here, left and right of us, that are willing to be open, and they're threats because they're threats to shoot. You're going to notice here that this attack player is going to dodge, and once he hits GLE, we're going to slide not only from the crease, but from the adjacent. Mind you, we're man down. So if you think about this for a second, we've got 1, 2, 3 blue on 1 white. We've only got 1, 2 blue to cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. Okay, so that's literally a 5v2 for white. Okay, and that was caused by both sliding from the crease and sliding from adjacent. So we play it through, he slides out, he pops out. We kind of got away with it, okay? Makes a feed, and it's a shot and a score. Okay, let's watch that one more time so you guys kind of see what I'm talking about. We need to be more in a zone. Okay, he's going to push to the right. He's going to curl back, and he's going to make a push towards GLE, goal line extended. He's going to make a push. We're going to both slide. Bang, we both slide. Everybody slides. He pulls it back out, and he realizes, you know what, we got too many guys over here that can shoot. So he literally just makes one pass over, and it's a shot on goal, and it's a goal. Okay, so again, we've got to communicate if we're gonna slide. The honest reality of it is we should have never been in that situation. We should have been more in a zone, 5 on a dice. That would have never been the issue. So rule of thumb, when we are man down, we're in more of a zone, pressure zone, either 5 on a dice or in a diamond formation with 1 in the middle. Okay. Moving on. Let's kind of talk. Let's get to the 17-minute mark. Okay, something that I was pretty proud of. Although I was calling for us to slow the tempo down, Dylan, one of our players, came up with just a fantastic vision. I don't know if he meant to do this or if he just decided, you know what, I'm sick of this. We're going to score a goal here. They don't have anybody on the crease to slide from. In fact, the slide is here from opposite GLE. So literally, Dylan's just going to take his defender on, swim dodge, and goes in for the score. It's a fantastic unassisted goal. And hey, it's a great individual play. You'll notice he's going to bring it in quick, swim dodge right over him. Slide comes late from the opposite GLE, and it's a goal. One of the things you're going to notice here is that usually it's very, very difficult to swim dodge a deep hole. This player just takes a really bad approach, and you're going to notice that Dylan just takes advantage of it and is able to finish. Okay, so typically you shouldn't be allowed, or you shouldn't have great success dodging, swim dodging a deep hole. In this case, Dylan kind of defied the rules of lacrosse to some degree. by being able to pull it off. So I'm really proud of him. I thought that was a fantastic individual display there. Let's go ahead and move to video 3. We got Harjo coming down there. Almost scored a goal on that play. Okay, next video. This is close to the 3-minute mark. Okay. At this situation, we're able to come up with a turnover. Okay. And I'm not sure exactly who's on the ball. It could be Dylan. Not sure exactly. But this was a squandered offensive possession that was pretty much pointless and without understanding. We've got 3 blue on this side of the field. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got 3 blue here. We got 3 blue here. Okay, so we are extremely clustered. All right, we need, if we're going to get into our 1-3-2, we've got to have our 1 at X, 1 midfielder on the wing, other midfielder on the wing. I'm sorry, attack at X, attack on the wing, attack on this wing. We've got our midfielder on the crease. We've got a midfielder up top right and a midfielder top left. Okay. What ends up happening here is we're just going to dodge through everybody. Okay, you'll see we've got the ball, we're setting a terrible screen, and we just think we're going to take it into the house. And you're going to notice, look at how we're so bunched up. Okay, we've got one player that is open here, that if we could have maybe seen, we could have got that as an easy dump goal. But we're just way too clustered here, and I'm not sure why we're running towards this player. Okay, I want us to get in a habit of not setting on-ball picks. I would rather us set off-ball picks. Again, all we're doing here is we're bringing our defender towards him. So we're basically bringing him into a 2 or 3 defenders that is just pretty much like the Great Wall here he's going to run into. Those defenders come in, they collapse on him. We try to make a pass out to the crease, and it was just a little bit late. And lo and behold, we just pretty much give up a turnover. Okay? I would much rather us set up our offense, relax, chill out. I know that at this point, this was probably here into the second quarter. But just keep in mind, guys, we can't squander offensive possessions like that. We've got to make sure that we can handle, what we need to handle. Get in our formations. Let's slow it down. Give our defense a time to rest. And just, get back to what we need to. You're going to notice here, let me rewind here towards the end of this particular segment. Let's go ahead and bring it back. See, this is the squandered possession. They're playing good D. Just pull it out, okay? Pull it out and just relax, okay? All right, we're going to give up possession, okay? And we're going to overcommit very, very easily, okay? So we give up the ball here, and we're immediately going to try and attack the ball carrier. I would much rather us get ourselves back to the opposite side of the field. Run with them, okay? Let's not give up a fast break. But we end up going for the body, swinging our stick. There we are, and there he's off to the races, okay? And see, this is another example. We try to go for a steal, okay? And we give up another fast break here this way, okay? We got the fast break coming on with Hillcrest this way. We're 3 white, 3 blue, okay? So it's about to be a 4v3, okay? So here they come, 4v3. Okay, still 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 blue. Okay, this player is going to make the pass here. I understand Allen is going to try and intercept this, but we cannot afford to give up this amount of real estate, because what ends up happening is Allen's going to go lunging for it. Boom. White ends up catching it here, and now it's a 3 1, 2, 3 v2, and a 3v2 with close to 25-30 yards of field is deadly. A good team is going to score every time out of this. We cannot be giving up 3v2s in a fast break, unsettled situation. We need to be a little bit more disciplined here, Allen. I understand, hey, You're trying to make a play. I respect that. It's very laudable. But let's be more conservative. Let's get ourselves back to the goal, to the hub, to the hole, whatever you want to call it. Set up in our triangle and defend the fast break that way, just the same way we did against Plano. Um, Last thing, I got, well, I guess you could say a couple more pieces here at the 4:30 mark. 4:30. Okay. Um, this is one of those things that I think it's a positive here. We're gonna get a pass here. Now now it's our turn to come into a 4v3. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 blue, 3 white. 1, 2, 3 white. Okay, what we need to be able to do is these attackmen need to get up in an L formation. One attack here, bottom right. Other attack here, top right or top slot right. And then our other attackman low left. Okay, so we're going to set up almost like a box. Okay, it should be in the shape of an L. The ball carrier, in this case Logan, would complete the box by being up in this area. Okay, going on a fast break, you never want to go and run directly towards the goal. In this case, you'll notice Logan has the ball. He's going to bring it in. On our attack, especially this low attack, really needs to get on his horse and get down low. Okay, get this defender out of the way. If the defender stays high, literally we just dump a pass over and it's a 1v0 and it's a goal. Okay, this defender here is going to stop Logan early outside the restraining box, which again, if a defender is going to play us outside the restraining box, we should have enough speed and athleticism to beat him. He's going to stop Logan. Logan comes in here, and you're going to notice his stick is just hanging just a touch, okay? Literally, we've got 1, 2, 3 in blue, 1, 2 in white. We're lined up in a flat formation. The defense is there to cover it. We cannot line up flat this way. We've got to have an option top. We've got to have an option low. Okay, we're flat here, and this ends up getting cut out because of Logan's, effort and just, some stick protection issues that ends up getting that ball on the ground. It was just that stick was hanging. Defender got his stick on it, and it was just going back the other way. Let's watch it one more time. Full pace. Here comes Logan. You're going to see he's going to leave his stick hanging. Goes good lefty, goes back to the right. Stick is hanging there. He's about to shoot, and they're able to get their stick on it. Okay? Attack, we got to do a better job. We're better than that. This is the 3rd year. We've been working on this forever. I just want you guys to understand that, it's up to us and it's up to our attack to be able to handle this. Real quick, let's go back to this last clear. Be the last thing that we kind of discuss. Okay. You're going to notice here in this case that their goalie has the ball. We have different rides that we're going to implement. There's some that we basically will just kind of get ourselves into more of a zone ride where we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In this case, being at our first game, I wanted you guys to kind of lock up on a defender. In this case, we've got guys that aren't locked up on anyone. Okay, we've literally got 2 white, 1 blue. Okay, goalie's going to have the ball. He's literally just going to walk it up the field. We really need to lock up on a person. Goalie makes kind of a bad pass into some traffic here. They're going to jump up for it. And the ball ends up taking a favorable bounce to Hillcrest. And it goes right here to this midfielder with no one on, leading to a transition that we have to prevent. Okay, so there you notice it's 1, 2, 3. And their 4th attackman's probably down here. And we're at 3 midfielders. 1, 2, 3, 4. So even though it's not technically a unsettled fast break situation, we got kind of caught hung with players too high. And again, guys, it's about locking down. We've got to lock down on a player, find someone. And this part of lacrosse here, where the opposite team has the ball and they're clearing the ball, is called a ride. Okay, R-I-D-E. Goalie has the ball. We're riding. Okay, you're gonna notice Braden here walking. Okay, I'm going to tell you one of the things college recruiters, a lot of college coaches look at is how hard will an attackman ride. For those guys that want to play college lacrosse, that's the first place you're going to look. If an attackman rides hard, you kind of know about him. Braden's here's walking, his defender's out here open. All right, that split second of him walking could have been a pass out here and then a pass down the field. Okay, all it takes is a split second with this sport and you're burned. Um, I appreciate you guys. I know there's a lot of things that we're learning. Big takeaways, guys. Let's make sure we do not pressure outside of the restraining box. Let's make sure we communicate better, understanding our crease and who's going to be sliding, who's got our 1, who's got our 2. Let's make sure on those ground balls, guys, we're calling man ball, okay? Let's make sure that we are doing what we need to do on offense, all right? Taking our time, slowing the game down, playing our style of lacrosse, all right? When we're in a transition, yes, we want to push the ball hard. When we're not, when we're in our settled offense, let's just chill out. Let's relax. Give the D a break. Give Drake a break in goal. Let's play our kind of game, guys. I've got, fantastic expectations for us this year. I'm glad that this game was an opportunity for us to learn. I hope that each one of you guys learned something from my video. Thank you again, boys. I'm looking forward to a great season, and I'm sure we will be reviewing some more film as the season goes on. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. To the parents out there, I myself, I'm still learning the game every day, and I'm trying to do anything we can to help our boys get better. If we can eliminate these mistakes, we are going to put ourselves in a much better and stronger position once we get more games under our belt. So I'm proud of you guys. Let's keep moving forward. And hey, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night.